Hi, you're listening to Elizabeth Mulhane, and welcome to this session. I'd just like to talk about the compass points. Um, so inside of us, we have the three compass points where we can get in touch with and connect with to help us make decisions in life. We have our thinking brain, which has the logic, and we have our emotions. Okay, where so we can use emotion to make our choices, and we have our gut feelings, our instincts, and we can use our instincts to make our choices. For a lot of people, we're very disconnected from making the right emotional choice or even knowing how to connect with our intuition. Often people are just using their logic and or sometimes just fickle thinking patterns to make their decisions. And so if we can hone in on these 3 points and teach kids to stay connected or reconnect with these compass points, then we can find that when there is tough decisions, we can choose the right path by finding that alignment within these points. For example, if I'm a child and I want a chocolate cookie and it's sitting in the jar and I've been told not to have it, I'm not allowed to have it. So my thinking brain, my logic is just, or my brain is just telling me I want that cookie. Okay, and emotionally, I might feel an emotional attachment to want to, take that sweet flavor. But then intuitively, I would have a feeling that I shouldn't do it because I could get in trouble. Okay, and so I need to find a way to connect because the intuition in this case is right because I have been told not to have it. Okay, so I need to find a way to connect my intuition with my emotion and my logical thinking. Okay, so it's not too hard once you've got one point sorted and you feel convicted that's the right decision. You can go back to your thinking brain and say, okay, logically, I know if I get that cookie, I'm going to get in trouble. And, you know, I can also think a little bit further and say, all right, I will get a cookie eventually when I'm allowed to have one. So I just need to be patient and wait until I'm allowed to have a cookie. And then I can bring that into my emotion and think about it emotionally and think, yeah, I'm going to feel better if I don't get in trouble. And I'm also going to feel better if I don't upset that person that's telling me I can't have the cookie. All right, so I've found a way to align those three inner compass points to help me make the right decision. All right, so another way we can help kids, so we can have little examples like that to get them to just connect with those places. And another way is to actually physically connect with them. All right, we have a schooling system where we sit kids there from the age of 5 and we tell them, okay, from the neck down, disconnect. All right, we don't want to hear about, you don't feel like you want to be here, you're missing mum, let that go, disconnect from that. You want to go to the toilet. Sorry, I'm just getting the call. You want to go to the toilet, disconnect from that. You can go on your lunch break. So pretty much all day we're told we don't want you to connect with your emotions. We don't want you to connect with your instinct. You want to get up and run around? No. You just don't want to do this lesson? No, you will do it. You will sit there. Okay, and so from 5 to at least 16, 15, 16, and often, 17, we're teaching children this is the way to go. You just use your head space, stay in here, learn this lesson that you don't want to learn. and that's your life. So they leave school and they're really disconnected, like, especially from their intuition, because I mean most kids don't want to sit in class and learn boring subjects sitting on a chair. You want to run around, you want to have fun. Okay, so yeah, let's get an exercise going to help them reconnect. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn around and say, okay, we know that this is existing, this shutdown, and what we want to do is bring exercises in, bring movement exercises in to help them actually connect with those places. So they can do that sitting on a chair. I'm sitting on a chair right now, and that's how we're going to do the exercise. First of all, we do want to move from the brain as well, because we're moving from all three places. So we'll use core distal, and I want you to practice this yourself. Just move from your headspace. Just take a moment, take a breath, and be in your head. Consciously feel yourself being in your head. That your conscious awareness is here. Okay? And now move in a core distal place from there. So we're going to go core distal. Did you see how you were still here? You'll notice that as we move through. So we'll go distal, okay, and then we'll go core. Staying in that headspace. One more time. Core and distal. Okay, so even though we were moving the body, we weren't really connecting into the body because we were staying here. Now let's go to the heart center. We're going to emotionally connect with a core distal experience. Okay, let's emotionally go distal. Feel your headspace, feel where you are, put your consciousness into that heart. Go core, feel that emotional space, connect with it. And distal, feel yourself coming out from your heart and going into your heart, into the core. Coming out from your heart. Notice that shift between not being in the head but being in the heart. And one more time, go distal. Take a breath there. And go core into the heart. Take a breath there. Okay, so you should have done that exercise and really seen the difference between being in your headspace and being in your heart. And now we're going to go into our instinct, into our gut. We're going to actually move from our gut, and that's more of an instinctual movement. Okay, so we'll go actually physically get into the gut and go core. Feel that you might feel a bit of tightening, but you're going core, and then you're letting the gut push you out from there to go distal. Notice you're not in your heart space, you're not in your head space, you're in your gut. And go again, core, feel that gut space bringing you to your core, and then distal from the gut. And notice when you move instinctually, it takes over, okay? It can take over your body, and go with that because you're still from the instinct. Your body knows what it needs. Moving from there might be adding more of a stretch in, maybe going deeper. Breathe into it and just moving from your gut. And down one more time into the core, and then out into the distal, instinctively moving. And just returning, and return to the breath. Just settling into the self, finding alignment. Okay. So I hope that you did that exercise. If you didn't, please do it, because that's how we learn, how we teach, through knowing. And yeah, the more you practice it, the more you will get in touch with the difference, okay, between being in your head space, being in your head, being in your heart, and being in that gut feeling, in the instinct. And so we can, like I showed with the first part with the cookie exercise, we can give little verbal exercises to demonstrate the difference in knowing, um, in a brain space, an emotional space, and an instinctual knowing. And we can make that alignment, and we can practice through actual movement. So we're getting that knowing on a real physical level, like through the movement. The movement is really helping us completely connect with those spaces and with the difference in being in those spaces. Okay, so that's today's session. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and bye for now.